Hello. Today, mechanical pencils, about which I probably have slightly less to say than about pencils. However, I use them just as much. Mechanical or propelling pencils. Why use these? Well, pencils do come with some environmental cost. The pencil lead, the graphite, is mined, that's finite. And clearly for the wood, trees have to be cut down, so there's deforestation, although I think unless they're cedar, the wood used for pencils is usually fairly fast growing and sustainable in that way. So the environmental solution, as with fountain pens, may be to use a mechanical pencil, something that you can refill. Then the thin lead refills are all you're using up every time. Unfortunately, well, infuriatingly, the manufacturers of these, say Rotring, for some reason, probably so that they don't break in transit, surround these extra leads, maybe 20 at a time, in lots of plastic packaging. Muji, however, high street shop Muji, sell their mechanical pencil leads in recyclable cardboard paper cases. That seems to be the solution. Mechanical pencils, especially plastic ones, do have a tendency, I find, to break after not writing so very far. Some of them seem to break in the mechanism inside. Some of them it's the nib that comes out and you can replace that, but you probably need to replace it from another one. If you're able to use one for a long time though, it will create less pencil shavings and it will only be consuming that lead, that graphite. Because their barrels can be slightly fatter and subtly ridged, many people will find a mechanical pencil more comfortable for writing hour after hour than the hard hexagon of a wooden pencil. Even, that is, if that pencil has a painted coating to make the edges slightly softer. So mechanical pencils might be something that you could use for the long run rather than the scribble of a quick insertion into a draft. For that quick draw in public note taking that ballpoint pens, clickable ones, are so good at, a mechanical pencil can do that too. It can fit in a coat pocket. Their nibs though don't tend to be fully retractable, so they're likely to tear any lining or fabric they come up against. They're like a little needle sticking against your chest sometimes. And I feel these downsides need to be thought of. Some online research tells me that a spare lead of 0.5, an HB lead, 60 millimeters in length, can write for about 240 meters. That's one of the companies saying that, but it's not as far as a whole pencil, clearly, and it's quite a lot less than a biro. That's it for mechanical pencils. I said I'd had less to say than I did about pencils. The ones that I've got are Rotring ones or a Muji one. I'm not going to put a link for those. Thanks for listening. Please like, share and subscribe, and hope to see you soon.